Cheers again, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. Time for a epic collab. So this West Coast IPA called Nelson Sun Club is a collaboration between Garage Project out of Wellington, New Zealand, and Alvarado Street out of Monterey, California, USA. And it's the Happy Sessions Volume 14. One I had the other day was a collab with Verdant, and that was a hazy IPA. That was number 13. There's another one out with these two that's with a Japanese brewery, but I haven't got my hands on that one yet. I'm still hoping to get it. So yeah, looking forward to this bad boy being a West Coast. And the name Nelson Sun Club, it's I think it's Nelson Sorben single hop. So it could be interesting. Let's see how it goes. Apparently it's a like a Nelson New Zealand take on one of Alvarado Street's flagship IPAs. I'm not sure exactly what IPA that is, but yeah, they've obviously got one that's like one of their popular Westies. Cheers, Stewie. 4.7 could possibly be. Cheers, Ghost. Good to see you, brother. I just watched your chug for the celeb that passed away today or yesterday. I don't know what happened to the music, buddy, but you couldn't hear it. And cheers again, Craig. Good to see you, brother. Wish we could share this one together because I've got a feeling it's going to be a good Westie boy. And I've got my hashtag proper glassware, the old Happy glass. So yeah, Happy was a festival organised by Garage Project where they got breweries from around the world to come to New Zealand and showcase their beers. It must have started in 2020. I think it sort of went to shit a bit since like during the pandemic, but I'm not sure if it's still going these days, but they're still doing the beers anyway. That's all that matters. So yeah, let's pour her in, shall we? May as well top her up. And yeah, always cool can artwork with these ones. It's a bit hard to see. That's better. Pretty cool. So, ooh, it smells good. And it's not even near my nose. So it's straw with a slight orange tinge. Very clean and clear. I can see straight through it. Carbonation's moderate. It's about a 1 finger head. I'd say light to medium body. Let's go a whiff, shall we? Getting a good mix of aromas here. So you're getting real sweet pineapple and passion fruit, and then you're getting some grapefruit and orange, maybe even a touch of like lime. Oh, it smells like really fruity. I'm getting some pine in the background, and yeah, it smells like quite floral. Smells more like sweet than bitter, but I've got a feeling it's going to be one of those ones once I taste it, that'll change. Maybe a touch of berry. I just can't get over how sweet it smells, like sweet fruit, mainly tropical. There could be a touch of guava or something like that. There's definitely like some sweet tropical fruit, and I definitely get pineapple and passion fruit, but there's something else. Or there could even be maybe some mango. It's It's amazing that you can get all these like aromas from a single hop. I love Nelson. It's so complex. Ooh, ooh yeah. I can't wait to dive into this one. I just hope it has epic amounts of pine and it's bitter. So yeah, just looking at the colour and the aroma, I'd say like white bread, biscuity backbone. You're not really getting that like caramel aroma or like, yeah, just appearance wise as well. Cool. It's always a good thing. Unfortunately, I don't have like mates like that that live nearby. I'm all on my lonesome when it comes to sharing beers and stuff. I mean, I've got mates in the city, but they're like 2 hours away, so I only see them every now and then. Yeah, I'd love to have like it'd be so unreal if you had like a neighbour or someone that lived close by that you share beers with. I'd certainly save a lot of money. Like you'd just go halves in stuff all the time. And I can't stop smelling this. It smells amazing. Anyway, I'm going in, boys. Cheers. Cheers to Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore 2. I can't wait for Happy Gilmore 2 to come out. It'd be awesome. Anyway, bang. Oh my lord. That is fucking tasty. So that tropical fruit aroma carries through onto the palate big time. But you get this huge smack of pine and the bitterness is quite intense. It's fucking good. Mouthfeel medium. Initially sweet, but finishes very dry. There's like a touch of dankness there as well. It's not really like that resinous sort of pine. It's more like dry. Fuck me, it's good. Garage project. You are pumping out the good beers. Yeah, like it's very, very dry on the finish. And the bitterness like just lingers, like just sits on the tip of your tongue. Craig, you would love this, mate. Fuck, it's good. It reminds me of another West Coast brewery. I mean, I haven't had many. I don't think I've had any Alvarado straight West Coast, so I'm imagining this is exactly what they're like. Um, there's another Californian brewery that mainly do West Coast, and this reminds me heaps of that. We had like a tap takeover of their products here, and yeah, I was really impressed by them. And they're one of those breweries because they mainly do West Coast. Most of their beers were like ratings of 4 out of 5, and they were all like fucking phenomenal. Should have been like 4.5 or even higher. I just can't think of the name of them. Anyway, it reminds me of that. And I love the fact they've used Nelson just to mix it up a bit. I've had quite a few Nelson West Coast, and I feel like they haven't quite delivered, but this one has. Um, Apparently this is fresh hop like harvest Nelson too. So knowing Garage Project, they've probably got a facility right near Hop Farm. They've picked it fresh and it's just gone straight into the boil, like straight away. The quality of this is world class. See, that's another thing too. I don't normally rate tropical fruit in West Coast, but it actually really works with this one. It's sort of like a modern, it has elements of modern and old school. It's definitely more modern, but it excites me like an old school Westie does. So it's sort of like a brilliant modern take on a West Coast, if you get what I mean. I wish you could try it, Craig, just to see what I mean, dude. Yeah, definitely drinks medium. But yeah, I love how it's like this initial sweetness, tropical and citrus up front. And then yeah, it carries through to like pine and dryness and bitterness and yeah, touch of dankness. One thing that's cool too is like with Nelson, most of the time I get that white grape, like white wine characteristic. I'm not really getting that here. So it just sort of goes to show how complex this hop can be. Yeah, just its relationship with like certain malts and yeast, like yeah, it can really change. Quite impressed, boys. Time to pour a little more. I've got to get that Japanese collab one now. I'll be pissed off if I don't get it. Because out of the, yeah, so they're up to, this one's 14. I can't remember if the Uchu Brewing out of Japan collab was number 15 or number 12. Because this is 14 and the Verdant was 13. But I've had every other one they've released previously. And yeah, it's just been a phenomenal series. Like just awesome as breweries, as collabs, and just every beer's been epic. Like they've even had lagers in it, and they were fucking phenomenal. Like hoppy lagers. So yeah, it says Happy Sessions Volume 14, Harvest Fresh Nelson Sauvin Hopped West Coast IPA. The Monterey Masters of West Coast IPA, Alvarado Street Barrel, with a very special, intensely aromatic Nelson Sauvin saturated take on their legendary multi-award winning flagship IPA. And yeah, this one's 6.6%. I'll have to try and get some Alvarado Street beers. That'd be cool. Get some Westies from them. And apologies, I've sort of missed a few comments. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you've probably been really lucky to have a mate like that because it sounds like you've had heaps of really top-notch stuff through him. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you, mate. I whose stream was I watching and you're on? I was watching someone's stream earlier. I don't know if it was like yesterday or earlier today. Fucking oath. I'm very impressed. Trying to think what I gave the Verdant one score was. But yeah, I'd have this on a par with that. They're both smashing beers. And yeah, I always feel West Coast get underrated, but I think your score is going to be very accurate and on the money tonight, Stu. The old running joke of 4.7. I feel like that's where it's at, around that 4.7 mark. Which, yeah, for a Westie, it's very, very good. And after crushing that dab and then getting into this, I feel a little tipsy. It's good. A little midweek what do you call it? I don't know, a little midweek shakeout. Yeah, look at it. Looks so good. Just got that slight orange touch to it. So there might be a little touch of caramel, but yeah, I'm not really tasting it too much. Cheers, Joshy boy. Good to see you. This West Coast brother is fucking awesome. I don't know if you've had Alvarado Street, but I need to get some of their Westies, dude. Because yeah, this collab is very fine. So you're a Nelson fan like me. This is like it's a modern Westie, but it's got sort of some old school vibes to it. And it's single hop fresh Nelson, like harvest fresh. It's fucking unreal, like real complex notes. Yeah, I'm like really impressed with it. 4.7 out of 5, I reckon. Peanut head. Yeah. I reckon I've had a couple of hazies from him, but then every other beer I've had from him's been a cola. And one thing that's exciting is I just did another beer order, and I got a feeling it was these two same breweries again. Pardon me. So that'll be good. I just can't remember if it was a Westie or a hazy. Yeah, I didn't think you'd be appearing on this one, Brett. I thought you were gone for the night. You were going to get smashed. Oh yeah, sweet. Bit of brisket. One of my mates I'm catching up with on the weekend. We're going to like another sort of sour beer thing. It's more of like a bar thing though. It's not a festival. Um, yeah, he loves doing all that sort of stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if he busts out something on the weekend. He did jerky last time we were there, and yeah, he reckons it was too fatty, but I loved it. Oh yeah, cool. Hmm. Fuck, this beer's good. Now I just want to know where I can get the Japanese collab from. Because all my favourite bottle shop online stores, Garage Projects Australian site, any bar I've been into, none of them have had it. So it's like, is it gone for good or am I going to find it somewhere? And yeah, the brewery, they're called Uchu. I'm not sure whereabouts in Japan they are, but I've had a few of their actual standalone beers, and yeah, they were really good. I can't remember what the collab style is. It's probably a hazy. James from Rampant Lions had quite a bit of their stuff. So yeah, I really need to track it down because then, yeah, out of all of them, if I've only missed one out of the whole series, it'd be a bit of a shame. So is anyone else out there drinking? Probably not. Probably too early. People are working or just chilling. As I said in the previous review, that was only my first beer, and I've been home for like a good 7 hours or so. But yeah, I just wanted to do two reviews sort of late at night and earlier in the arvo. I had a bit of a nap and did some cooking and just chilling. I've been really tired since I've been back on morning shift. The old rotating shift work, it really fucks with you. Your body just never knows when to wake up or go to sleep. I'll be back on nights next week and I'll be even worse. But I'll be able to hang out with my American mates and get on the beers in the mornings. Yeah, cool. Yeah, if I wasn't working mornings, I'd probably do a hangout, but I have to get up in like 6 hours' time. So it was always just going to be the 2 beers tonight, and that was it. I had steak for dinner. It was so fucking good. Big thick boy. I I've got like a awesome as rub that's got like normally with steak I'll just smash butter on there, salt, pepper, garlic, and maybe like paprika or something like that. But I've got this actual rub now that features those ingredients plus a heap more, and it's just so tasty. It's got a little bit of spice to it, and yeah, I like my steak like medium rare. Yeah, it was just perfection tonight. Like really well done, and well, not well done as in the the temp, like how far, but yeah, it was well cooked, and yeah, it just went down a treat with some mashed potatoes, broccoli, peas, carrot. You gotta love that big feed of steak with a big plate of veggies. It's awesome. You always feel like when you wake up the next morning, you're like full of energy. If you're still there, Josh, I did a chug to Gojira. I'm like, yeah. And I added them to my work playlist, even though they've got a bit of heaviness to them. I'm like, fuck the old bags that whinge about it. One of the songs today that, yeah, there was a Limp Bizkit song, a Godsmack song, and I think it might have even been like Audio Slave or something. And some of the older ones were whinging about. I'm like, fuck me, Audio Slave isn't even heavy. I can't believe you're whinging about this. Fuck them. I really wish you could try this beer, Craig. You never know, might get over there. Yous have had some garage project in the past, and buddy Simon from Real Ale Craft Beers drinking them. I'd love to know the guys that send him beers. I'd love to know how they do it and how much it costs, because they do it all the time. So I'm thinking, if it's not that bad, surely we should be able to send each other beers. Because, yeah, he gets so many beers sent to him from that Travis guy, and there's a guy named Mick. Because you always see him drinking like real good Aussie stuff. And then all the stuff that he buys himself's fucking shit. So he'd be like, oh, Aussie craft beer is so good. And it's like, yeah, because you're getting all the hype stuff that people are buying for you. And all the stuff you buy yourself's trash. Yeah, should. I'm pretty sure he said something about like a tube with cans like stacked up sort of thing. But you never know. These guys that send it to them, they might have either one, plenty of money, and it doesn't worry them to spend fucking ridiculous amounts to send them over, or they could work in that industry, which makes it a bit easier. But yeah, you should just ask him and find out. Because if it's not that bad, we need to be doing it. Cheers. I need to save a bit for the photo. So I might call it there, I think. So yeah, as I said, it's around that 4.7 mark. Really fucking good. So yeah, it's called Nelson Sun Club. Single hop Nelson Sauvin. Harvest Fresh. Hopped. And just known as a West Coast IPA because it's 6.6%, so single Westie. It was Happy Sessions Volume 14. Who knows who they're going to collab with next? They've done some really good ones over the years. Yeah, I just got to get that bloody Japanese one. Yeah, that's when it'd be unreal if you could send each other beers and then you could do reviews together all the time. Hmm. And yeah, as I said, I'd crack a few beers and be keen to kick on, and I am, but I can't. It's one of those things. It's like, oh, should I go live for an hour? Just have two beers. So yeah, I'll wrap it up there, shall I? Yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. And yeah, another rad beer by Garage Project. I've been saying for years these guys are elite, like world class, in my opinion. Like I've had breweries from all around the world, and I have these guys right up there. And one thing they're not afraid to do is brew different styles. Yeah, any style under the sun you can think of, they're pretty much done. And most of the time they smash it. They have a few misses every now and then, but with the brewery that pumps out the amount of styles they do in different beers, you're entitled to have a couple that don't work out. So one I've got from these guys that I'll review in the next week or two. I've got a big Imperial Stout that's chocolate and mint. I'm really looking forward to that because that's a combo I absolutely love. Yeah, I'll probably do it in the next few days, I'd say. And then another one I've got from these guys is a spicy pickle beer, which will be interesting. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Yeah, not sure yet. I've got a couple of black IPAs in the fridge, so maybe I'll do one of them. Been loving the black IPAs of late. So yeah, I'll wrap it up again. And thanks everyone for chiming in. And we'll see you probably this time tomorrow night, I'd say. So yeah, cheers, guys.